Yo.
What's up, boy?
Hey. How's it going? How you doing? How are you? It's your boy, the ambassador of Boston here. Owner of Marblehead Car Service, Boston's #1 boutique luxury transportation company. Online at marbleheadcarservice.com. I'm here with my man Firman of NBS. What's good, my man?
Peace.
How you doing, man?
Doing excellent, man.
Chilling. A fellow native Cantabrigian, right? So, what's up with you, man? What's your story, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Oh shit. Man, just originally from Boston. Left Boston due to the violence. My mother got an apartment on William Street, in Cambridge, and moved to Cambridge, and it was basically the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Got to Cambridge, niggas was on the block. There was crews. There was a lot of shit going on, man.
It was the 90s basically, right?
Man, it was the time. So just growing up in that environment, in a multicultural environment, I think that's what's pretty dope about Cambridge, different races. But just like a kid who played basketball, man, I'm from the coast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
and
no doubt.
And yeah, man, so it's just growing up, man, having appreciation for education out here in the streets. Is both. I think people get it misconstrued about what Cambridge is. You know what I'm saying? Like the colleges and stuff around it, and not to say like we're in some bad place or it's unsafe. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids are raised here, and I'm happy for that. But it's real out here too. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's everything. So but it's just dope because even like you, like it's crazy, right? Just thinking about you because you was on Pearl Street.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I was right off Pearl.
And I was on Franklin.
Yeah.
So like I remember you back in the days. Rest in peace, my man D. You know what I mean? My man Damon and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember you back in the days and shit. You was a wild one, son. You know what I mean?
I was a little bit wild.
Yeah, you
man.
was a wild one, son. But I always, one thing about me, man, I think it gets lost nowadays. It's like we always looked up to the dudes before us, regardless of what side of the center square they was on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? I think we come from an era of respect. I feel like it gets lost in translation nowadays with the younger kids. You know what I'm saying? And so we're trying to restore that, but in a positive way, not in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's dope, man. We all grow, man, and when you start to get out of the world, just from Cambridge, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter where you from, NC, East, West, like, you're from Cambridge, man, and we just representing that and positivity, and there's a lot of people doing some positive things outside of even music, and even watching you, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I commend you a lot, you know what I'm saying? Owning your own shit, like, and we riding clean right now too. I'm comfortable as hell, yeah, man. So salute to that, man. But like it's just dope to see, people have passion and turn that into something, man. And it gives hope to a lot of the younger kids, man, who feel like there's no way out or there's nothing you can do, man. It's important to really, handle your business, man.
Yeah, man. That's one big thing, man. Not to interrupt you. That's one big thing nowadays, man. I do a lot of business consulting.
Word.
And the problem I have with a lot of people is everybody got ideas for days, ideas. But the problem is not having an idea, is putting that idea into fruition, into actuality, action,
Absolutely.
Even if it ain't, see, everybody wants to do everything polished and perfect. It ain't gonna be polished and perfect.
It's impossible, man.
It's impossible. You gotta just produce something, make it happen. Like how many albums you done produced now or worked on?
Shit, man.
Over a lot, right?
I done did a lot. I done did a lot of recording. I do all our recording. You know what I'm saying? For the group, I do all the, I do all the touring. I do all that stuff, man. You asked me a question about like what I do. and I sort of got lost in talking about other shit. But
no, that's cool. That's cool.
Nah, I like rambling and shit.
That's cool.
But yeah, so like basically, like with me, like I do, social media. I do touring, booking for other acts and in my own group, Natural Born Spitters, NBS. Also, management. You know what I'm saying? I engineer. We got the clothing line, Vetswear, vetswear.com. Make sure y'all snatch something and
There you
support
go.
that real shit.
Plug that in.
Oh, absolutely. So we I do a lot, man, and it's a daily grind. Like I told you, man. Like today's Monday. Like today's that you get that work in. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the go time. Like you start your week off right, so you can end with a better with a better view of what's happening for the next week, man. That's how you keep going.
Yep.
Just trying to move, man. Just trying to
Now
move.
speaking of the clothing,
Yeah.
what so I see you got the clothing. You said you plug in the website. What was the website again?
Vetswear.com.
Vetswear.com.
Yeah.
VETS, right?
Yeah, VETS.
All right, vetswear.com. So you got hats, you got hoodies,
We got hats, hoodies, we got shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, we putting in a lot more work to get some more stuff, but it's top of the line quality, man. You order something, it ships out within the next day or two. You dig? And yeah, we working, man. We independent, man.
So what's
what I'm saying?
what's the thing behind the Vetswear? Is there any type of like credo or belief system, or like Vetswear is for
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
I appreciate you asking that question because it's a few things, and right now, if anyone's watching this, we're trying to figure out how to add something to be able to get back to the vets, through sales or something like that. That's one thing. So it definitely represents the veterans, people who served in the army. But we ain't never served in the army. We served in the streets, right? So it's like I feel as if like, and our thing is not just like, oh, we're vets because we did stuff in the streets. Nah, not even, and nothing bad and crazy, but we had our little run. But it's we're talking about music. Like we feel like we're vets because we've been doing this for over 20 years independently with no cosign, no fucking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just us and just working. We done toured all 6 out of the 7 continents. You know what I'm saying? All for music. You know what I'm saying? We've accomplished a lot of things, man, and independently, and we don't really get the recognition for it. So we consider ourselves the vets of this shit because we've been doing it and showing niggas how to do it and doing stuff that people who are signed with $1 million budgets haven't done. You know what I mean? And the other basis is just being like the top of the best at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you a vet, the ambassador of Boston, you dropping knowledge on niggas every day. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's sort of what it represents, man. Just you being the illest at what you do and believing that you're the illest, and that's what it represents. By being a vet, you're a veteran at what you do. You know what I'm saying? You put in time for whatever your craft is. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. I mean, we got basketball players, we got chefs, we have lawyers, we have fucking doctors, we have, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more than music. That's the motto.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up,
saying?
man. Yeah, because that's one of the part of things of marketing is that people narrow themselves down to one thing, one genre or whatever. But the vets seems like it's a wide range. Anybody could wear these gears. So now, what are you working on currently as far as music or anything like that? Are you dropping anything now or in the future, near future or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, we actually just dropped that album, Swiss Vets 2. With Switzerland producers, my man DJ Trey, Jake Beats, and the Swiss Meech, aka my man MD, Empire Music, in collaboration with our own record label, Big Bang Records.
And that's out in Switzerland?
No, that's out everywhere, like at all platforms.
Okay.
At Tidal, Apple Music, Google Play, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Over. And we got physicals. You know what I'm saying? So highlight us. Hit up hit up bigbangrecords@gmail.com if you're interested, or just please check us out, man. Just nthebs.com. Just go to nthebs.com. That would take you right to everything that represents us, the link, all that stuff, and just get albums and whatever you need, man. Just rock out.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's up. Now, you know, one of the people that I'm like amazed at is what's his name? Chance the Rapper?
Yeah.
Yo, this dude, so basically he made $20-something million making music, selling records, but he didn't sell any albums. Excuse me. He made $20-something million making music without selling one album. So I was like, you know, obviously that's gonna pique my curiosity. And I'm like, so basically what he did was he gave out his music as a premium for free and got people on the back end for, like, you know, clothing, you know, books, things and so on and so forth. So I'm just amazed at that, you know, how he did that. It's just amazing, that marketing model.
Yeah, absolutely.
And system,
like,
you know,
dude, like it definitely takes a lot, you know what I'm saying, to be able to market. Because you know what it is too, right? There's a lot of dudes who get budgets to do things, but they don't know how to market.
Yeah.
And they waste a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they miss opportunities by not, you know, consulting with business consultants or not being, you know, I think patience with anything that you do, that's one of the hardest lessons in the world, right?
Yeah.
To have patience.
Okay.
Because you know, when rushing into doing certain things, you having a lump sum of money and you start moving fast. Oh, I gotta get this, you know, buy this, and, you know, play the part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of really investing in how to, you know, recoup on the money. You know, because the investments in which you get are investments.
Yeah.
And at some point, you gotta pay that shit back.
Yeah.
So when you're your own entity and you're investing your own bread, it's coming back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the type of shit that we on.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So, being from Cambridge, or actually, you know, growing up in Cambridge, being from Boston.
Cambridge, you know that.
All right. So,
yeah.
The gentrification in Cambridge, you
Crazy.
know, is affected my family. It's affected probably your
My
family.
family,
You know,
yeah,
everybody's
absolutely.
in there has either been displaced in some way, some shape or form. Cambridge has been affected by gentrification. What's your take on the gentrification in Cambridge?
Yo, you know what's so crazy? Just speaking on gentrification, when I was in college, I went to Morris Brown College in Atlanta. I studied pre-law. Right, when I was in college, I want to say as a freshman, maybe even a sophomore, my professor, Dr. Pierce, her name, she was talking about gentrification. That's 2000, right? We're in 2018.
Yeah.
In places where you would see, you know, where people would be able to affordable housing even. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of the colleges, because of, you know, Cambridge is relatively a safe place, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, great place to raise your kids. A great place to raise your kids. You know, just because they get the experience of all these races and different people and different cultures. You understand?
Yeah.
So it creates that it creates that it's a good feeling, and, you know, houses are selling at, you know, in the millions. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people want to get up in here. So with gentrification, yo, pushes us out. People are in Woburn, people are in fucking Brockton, they're in New Bedford, they're fucking, you know, in Lynn, you know, they're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You Quincy, you know, and everyone's out of Cambridge. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. Gentrification, that shit is worldwide. You know, we're in Brooklyn on some of the most notorious blocks, and, you know, white people are running their dogs and fucking, you know,
it's happening.
All types of shit happening, you know. So, yeah, man. I mean, it sucks. You know, it sucks because it definitely pushes us out. You know.
But me personally, I'm always trying to look at the positive. I always try to see the good, because I know for a fact that in every situation there is good.
Absolutely.
Whether we see it or not.
No,
and most
absolutely.
of us tend to look at the negative. So out of the positive, I go, okay, well, if people are moving in that got more money than us and pushing and whatever, so those people are bringing disposable income with them, right? They got disposable income, so they're spending money on people walking their dogs, people watching their kids.
Absolutely.
They're bringing
So they're creating jobs.
They're actually bringing an income, so you can benefit by opening up in a small business that accommodates those people who just moved in with all of this money to your area.
Similar to what you're doing.
Basically, that's what I'm.
Yeah,
exact
real
same
shit.
thing. So
Real
it's like,
shit.
okay, I mean, you want to push me out? Okay, you're gonna need services to the airport. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll take you
I
to the
got
airport.
Yeah.
So it's
smart,
like
smart.
instead of complaining and just readapt and readjust and
so
overcome.
this is a great way to sort of plug, you know what I'm saying, what we're doing too, because at the end of the day, you know, I work with kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I work with the hip hop transformation THHT. And so that program in itself, you know, allows us to do and when we're forcing Cambridge to do certain things that are going to benefit the community and the kids in the community. You understand what I'm saying? And so through those, you know, we go around to other businesses and do certain things. Like we have these like you know, ways to make like donations where it's like we got sponsorships from restaurants that if you go eat and get a particular dish, then it cut, you know, a portion of that goes back into the community center for the kids. You understand what I'm saying? So like being able to basically what you said, like outreach to different businesses and be able to build something with what you got already in place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the hip hop transformation, y'all, man, y'all make sure y'all check us out, man. Check that out. You know what I mean? And albums and all that, Pandora, man. The hip hop transformation, THHT. Make sure y'all check that out. Word.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, we almost to our destination, man.
Yes, sir.
It was a lovely trip, man. You know.
Yeah, very comfortable, bro.
Oh yeah, man. The Cadillac XTS is definitely
very, very, very comfortable.
luxurious. A guy was asking me the other day, man, about it, and I'm saying, man, I wish I worked at a car dealership, man. I could have made a commission off selling, because he was hot. He was a hot lead. He was like, I want to buy one.
Oh yeah.
He was ready to buy, like, man. If I would have had that guy in the office and knew how the process of selling a car, he would have bought he would have bought it right there.
Right there, huh?
Cause this car got, you know, I mean, this car is
Dog,
a couple years old. You know,
it's spacious, comfortable.
No
you
doubt.
know?
So this is your boy, the Ambassador Boss, and we're almost to where we gotta go. I'm gonna drop him off, and then, you know, he can do what he gotta do. Where we at right here? All right.
Yeah, right up there.
Y'all have a peaceful day.
Peace.
I hope y'all, you know, benefited from this, yo. Peace.
Yo, thanks.